Hare
Krishna. So we have Jai Nityananda Prabhu with us today. The topic of today's session is Sanskrit pronunciation. For those who don't know Jai Nityananda Prabhu, I'll introduce him. Jai Nityananda Prabhu came into Krishna consciousness while pursuing his bachelor's in electrical engineering at Vallabh Vidyanagar in 2003. And he joined the Brahmachari Ashram in 2008 at ISKCON Vallabh Vidyanagar, which is in Gujarat, India. In 2010, he received his first initiation from His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj at Srirangam, and thereafter, in 2012, he received his second initiation. Until 2011, he was mostly involved in youth preaching, and in the same year, he went to Delhi for a 4 months course in Sanskrit Sambhashan. Thereafter, he pursued a 2-year study course in Harinam Vyakaran at His Grace Gopi Parandhan Prabhu's school in Govardhan. Since 2013, Prabhuji has been serving as a teacher at Gurukul in Nandagram farm community, teaching Sanskrit grammar and commentaries of previous acharyas to students. He has also been invited for a Sanskrit seminar at VIH Vrindavan. So we have with us a Sanskrit scholar, so let us hear from him. We welcome all the devotees also. I think everyone has come. So, Jai Nityananda Prabhu, you can please start.
Hare Krishna, thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve devotees in this way. Though in the beginning, I hesitated to conduct this course because I don't consider myself eligible for teaching my seniors. I should be learning from them. But I received an order from my seniors that I had to conduct. So, considering their order on my head, I'm trying my best. So, in this course or seminar, Sanskrit pronunciation. So we will cover two aspects of Sanskrit pronunciation. First thing is we will know how to pronounce.
Recording in progress.
How to pronounce each and every syllable. Technically, it is called varna. In English, for varna is speech sound or phoneme. Some may question that can you call it as later? The word later is not the word later is not the correct representation of the speech sound, as later is mainly symbolic representation of speech sound on paper or any media, which we might call it as script. So, but when you call varna, the varna is basically speech sound, or in other words, phoneme. So, in simple words, it is sound. It is not just some image which we may see on some paper. It is a sound. And so we will learn how to pronounce these sounds in Sanskrit, because Sanskrit is a very reformed language. Srila Prabhupada has told us on many occasions, and because it is a very structured language, so there are rules for pronouncing each and every syllable, each and every varna. So we can't take it for granted that anyway we pronounce it, it doesn't really matter. It does not happen in Sanskrit because there are rules for it. As uh, being devotees of Sanatana Dharma, uh, we are supposed to act according to the scriptures. तस्मात् शास्त्रं प्रमाणन्ते कार्यकार्यव्यवस्थितो ज्ञात्वा शास्त्र विधानोक्तं कर्म कर्तव्यः. So for us to decide what is to be done and what is not to be done, the pramana, uh, the basis for it is Shastra. So whatever I'm going to tell you, so that so here for learning Sanskrit pronunciation, we'll be consulting Harinamat Vyakaranam given by Srila Goswami Prabhupada, and particularly we will refer to very wonderful book given to us by His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. I am very grateful to Maharaj. Maharaj is very effectively and all the rules. Any newcomer in Sanskrit can pick up Sanskrit pronunciation. So delaying, we will immediately move to the content. So first, before we start, let me tell you that we are supposed to conduct this seminar on two parts. First, we will be covering this Sanskrit pronunciation, basically how to pronounce varanas or syllables, and in the not Sanskrit meters or other lokas or verses in an effective way, in a shastric way. We can do anything as per our choice, but there are rules for it. So that also we will do. So we will now focus on Sanskrit pronunciation, and I beg forgiveness from all devotees. And, this is the first time I am conducting any online class. Basically, I have zero experience of.
I think the Nityananda Prabhu has lost the connection. Prabhu, you are mute now. That's why we are not able to hear you. Jai Nityananda Prabhu, please unmute yourself.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you.
And Prabhu, there is a network issue at your end. So I request if there is some internet issue, then please switch off your video and then we can hear the audio and you can share the screen. Whatever you are speaking, we can see on the screen.
Okay. So Before we start, let me introduce the subject matter so that we all understand the subject matter correctly, and so that we can proceed for it. So, Srila Prabhupada personally corrected his disciples multiple times for mispronouncing words. Here is an example from Transcendental Diary, Part 1. Moving over to sit at his desk, Srila Prabhupada asked, "So, what is your name?" Certainly, he must have already heard it many times over the last few days. Perhaps it was his way of making me feel more comfortable. It relieved my embarrassment, making me feel that he's getting to know me on a more personal basis. Are you sorry? Srila Prabhupada. I'm just imitating, I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. I said in my broad northern English bro. Hari Shari. Prabhupada corrected it in his elegant Bengali accent, giving me a warm smile. He asked for some water. So, and this is just one incident. There are many. So I think we will go further in the details now. So there are sayings in Sanskrit that say that even if you even if you are not able to study uh, Vedas or so many other books, still we should learn Vyakarana. And the reason for learning Vyakarana, so that we may not mispronounce words. So, as a devotees, we may wonder, so does it mean that all of us should vigorously study grammar? Not necessarily in detail, but certainly some basics should be known to everybody. Uh, yes, the pronunciation, Sanskrit pronunciation, is also one Vedangas. There are 6 Vedangas: Shiksha, Vyakarana, Chanda, Nirukta, Jyotisha. Let me show you. Here it is. Shiksha kalpo vyakaran niruktam chandasam chayah jyotishamayram chaiva vedangani shadayvatu. So,
Are you trying to share your
Shiksha.
screen? We are not able to see it here. I have made you the
Oh, really?
co-host. Please share your screen.
One screen share.
दिया तो मेरे कहाँ से
Yes, thank you.
सिंचे हो गया
Yes, please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Shiksha kalpo vyakaran niruktam chandasam chayah jyotishamayram chaiva vedangani shadayvatu. So, in translation, Shiksha phonetics, Kalp ceremonial rituals, Vyakarana grammar, Nirukta dictionary, Chandas verse meters, and Jyotish astrology are the 6 limbs of the Vedas, given in the Rigved Bhashya, Bhumika. And it's a well known, no need to elaborate on this. So, the first part is Shiksha. Shiksha means how to pronounce words, how to pronounce Varanas. So we will be dealing with this part, Shiksha part. And in the next session, we will be dealing with Chandasam Chaya, the Chanda part. So basically, we will be learning basics of two Vedangas. One is Siksha, another is Chanda or meters. Uh, but these basics are more than sufficient for us. And uh, I request you to not get don't get so much anxiety that maybe that if you are learning such shastra subjects, it may be very tough. So it is just certainly it is tough if we are going in details, but we will be dealing with the basics basically, and it's more than necessary, more than sufficient for us. So here, directly moving on the content. This is from Harinama Vyakarana, the table which you can see. So, for our this Sanskrit pronunciation, we will be focusing on this chart only. No need to go in other details, because once we understand this chart, we will be able to make correct pronunciation. So, in Sanskrit, basically there are 50 varnas. 50 varnas or 50 syllables. And the praman for this is Radha Krishna Sahasranama Stotra or Brihanarathani Purana. And in this, it mentions that one of the names of Shrimati Radharani is Panchashat Varna Rupini. So, an embodiment of 50 syllables. So, she is known as Panchashat Varna Rupini. So, this is the praman from the Shastra. Also, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he also mentions in his book Mantrartha Deepika that J. Goswami Pad has included 50 varnas in Sanskrit Vyakarana. So we have two pramanas for this fact. So out of this, there are 14 vowels. We call it Swara, or in Harinama Vyakarana we call it Sarveshwara. So 14 vowels are there. You can see here A, I, Ri, Dri, U, O, O, A, I. So these are the 14 Sarveshwaras. And then there is a Anuswara. Anuswara. Let me show you. It's not on this table. But anyway, it is given in the text. Anuswara se Shiro Nasikava. Here, you can take it. So 14 vowels and then Anuswar. Anuswar basically the sign we see, the dot sign we see on the letter Ma. So, for example, Ramam. So, in the word Ramam, so after the word, when the word ends, R-A-M-A, we have the letter Ma and dot over it. So, this is called Anuswara. And then we have Visarga. Visarga or this particular sign you can see here. This colon sign. It's not a colon, but it's called visarga, like Ramaha. So 14 vowels are there, and then Anuswara and Visarga. These two things. Total now 16. And then we have this group of consonants. And you can see here Ka, Kha, Ga, Kha, Nga, Cha, Cha, Ja, Cha, Nya, Ta, Tha, Da, Tha, Na, Ta, Tha, Da, Dha, Na, Pa, Pha, Ba, Bha, Ma. So this particular group, let me show you. Okay, from Ka to Ma, these are 25, and then where Yara, Lava, and then Sha, Sha, Sa, Ha. So 25, and then this 25, and this 5, 30, and this 3, 33. And so basically then there are 49 if we count everything. And one extra syllable is counted in this is a ksha. We know this word kshatriya. So in the word kshatriya, the ksha is also counted as a 50th syllable. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. So there is a debate over it whether there is a ksha, which is basically a combination of ka and sha. These two letters, this ka and this sha. When we combine these two letters, two syllables, we make ksha. So some grammarians, they don't accept this, that ksha cannot be counted as a varna, because it's just a combination of two other syllables. But G. Goswami Pad has included it, and there are many, as I give the references from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's Mantrati Deepika and Radha Krishna Sahasranam Stotra from Brihanaradi Purana. So both these, our acharyas are praman for us. So there are totally 50 varnas for us. And now we have to remember this 5 words here for learning the place of pronunciation. I will read in Sanskrit. Kantya, Talavya, Murdhanya, Dantya, and Oshtya. Basically these 5 words. So in English it's called guttural, palatal, cerebral, dental, and labial. So why is that so named? Because they are pronounced from that particular area. So that's the logic. So now, before we learn pronouncing this particular these 5 categories, I will have to mention here that there is a concept of alpa prana and maha prana. I will not include many details here, but some basics. So alpa prana and maha prana. So basically what it means, alpa prana means non-aspirant sound, and maha prana means when there is aspirated sound. What does it mean in a very simple words? So when we pronounce ka, cha, ta, ta, or pa, So there is an effort. There is an effort to pronounce it. But if you compare with the Mahaprana Varnas here, that means ha, 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 ha. We can feel the blow of air. If we just keep our hands like this, then by pronouncing this particular Mahaprana Varnas, we'll feel the blow. Ha, cha, ha, ha, ha. So, but this will not happen while pronouncing Alpa Prana. Right? We will see. Ka, no air. Cha, ta, ta, pa. So, this is the differentiation between Alpa Prana and Mahaprana. This is sufficient for us. So now, moving to the first category, Kanthya or guttural. So the word Kanthya denotes that particular varna which is pronounced from the Kantha. Kantha means basically throat. So one which is pronounced from throat is called Kanthya. One which is pronounced from Kantha is called Kanthya. It's very easy to remember this. So we will see this a, and then a is a long syllable, and then I will discuss about this long and short syllable. For now, we will just focus on this pronunciation part. Then ka, ha. We will see the blow of air, and then ga. Again, Mahaprana. Ga. You can feel the blow of air. And then Nasika. Nasika means from the nose. It should be nasalized. Nasalized, it's difficult to pronounce this particular word independently. By practice, it can be pronounced. I will just show you. Na. Na. We have to make it nasalized. Try to pronounce na, the syllable na, with nose. Na. Na. So there will be effort from the throat. Without throat, you can't pronounce anything. So, but the main effort will be from this, from nose. So that's why it is called nasal varna. So na. It is not na. It's pronounced with the nose, with the effort of nose primarily. So try to pronounce na with nose. We may try like this. Na, na, na. The only difference between na, this particular na, is that the tongue touches the teeth, lower teeth. So when I'm saying that try to pronounce na with closing your nose, one side of nose. So basically you have to, it's only for understanding it. Our teeth, our tongue should not touch the teeth. So just by using the throat, because it is Kanthya, it falls in the category of Kanthya. So with the throat and nose, we have to pronounce this particular varna, na. We say the example, Sankirtana. Let me say some simple example. Anga, anga, angani yasya sakalindriya prityamanti. So anga, so ga. So this particular varna is pronounced in this way. I 1 or 2 days before I shared some links also. So in case you have some doubts, you can follow those links and there is so much useful material is available in pronouncing the verses in a shastric way and authentic way. So it is expected that just by knowing it, we cannot pronounce it immediately. So it's not our assumption that we will be just after knowing we will be able to do it. So it may take some time because our tongue is not habituated to it. So it may take some time to pronounce this particular syllables. But by regular practice, it can be achieved. So first, we have to know the theory that these are the places from where we have to make effort to pronounce those syllables, and then we have to hear the recordings, authentic recordings, not any recordings, and then we can learn this particular subject matter. Okay, and then now her, like hari. So hari is pronounced from the kantha, from the throat. And then this visarga, we call this visarga, it's an aspirated sound, like ramaha, ramaha. So someone may question that then what is the difference between this ha and ha? So the difference between this ha and ha is that this is pronounced with we do not drop that sound. We how to say, when we pronounce ha, we hold that particular sound. But while pronouncing this visarga, we literally drop that sound. Basically, I will show you. Like Ramaha. So Ramaha and Ramaha, these two are different things. It's not the same. Ramaha, yeah, the sound is actually fading. Ramaha. But when you say, when you are pronouncing this ha, it is Ramaha. So we have to hold that sound. So this particular sign. We'll come to know about this different rules for this, and then we'll cover those parts also. So in Sanskrit it's called Kanthya. What are those varnas? A, then Ka. We can feel that our kantha, the throat is making that effort to pronounce this sound. Ka, we can always distinguish this mahaprana varnas, mahaprana syllables by we can keep our hand palm before our mouth and feel the blow of air. So by this we can differentiate. Then ga, gha, na, ha, ha. So this is the first category, kanthya. Now moving to next. This is palatal. In Sanskrit it's called talavya. Why it is called talavya? Because it is pronounced from the palate or talu. The Sanskrit name for palate is talu, and that which is pronounced from talu is called talavya. So what are those varnas that are pronounced from talu? So in this particular effort, we have to keep track of our position of the tongue. So the tongue will touch the palate. The back part of the tongue will touch the palate. Oh, yeah, we show you. Here, you can see here. So when we saw the first category, gutter or kantha. So the main effort was from the kantha. Here you can see from the kantha. And now, while pronouncing palatal varnas, the tongue, the back portion of the tongue will touch this area. We can see this palate. So, while pronouncing this particular palatal varnas, our tongue or the back portion of the tongue must touch this palate. If it's not touching, then we won't be able to pronounce the palatal varnas correctly. I'll show you. So, just for our easy understanding, how we can ensure that we are pronouncing this particular palatal varnas properly. So, our mouth situation will be like that of smiling. We have to be like, the mouth should be like this. Little smiling. I will show you. E, E, E. So we don't have to smile, but of course we can always smile. But while pronouncing this, the mouth, the facial position will be like this. E, and we should try that the back area, back part of the tongue will touch that palate. E, E, little long. E, E, I will do little more acting here. E, you can see my face. It's very ugly, but something useful for you. E, E. So this particular sound.
We can't see your face. Your video is off.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, the devotee who knows the technical is not present here. As I told you, I don't know how to manage the Google meeting here. So anyway, that's basically the position will be like smiling face, and then cha. Here also the same thing, cha, cha. But we can always remember this is alpa prana, so we won't feel any blow of air if we keep our palm, our hand before. So you won't feel any blow of air. Cha, no. But when you say mahaprana, then ha, ha. We can keep the hand before and try it. Cha. Then ja, ja. It's alpa prana. Then mahaprana. Ja, jha, and then this particular sound with the nose. So please, हमने मारो फेस नहीं देखा
તમે ઓફ કરી દો.
कसम नहीं करना. Okay. Thank you. Okay. 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 Now I can see my face also. So once again I will repeat this. E, smiling face. Cha, tha, ja, jha, and now this. It's very difficult. If somebody has not practiced this particular varna, but as I said, if you just know the place of pronunciation, and that will be easier. So again, this from the nasika and with the talu. The tongue, the back area of the tongue should touch the palate, and at the same time, the effort should be from the nose. Nya, 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 nya. Something like Russian devotees pronounce nyat. So, but there should be sufficient endeavor for this pronunciation. Nya, nya. It may sound like N-Y-A. In English we say N-Y-A, but it's not N-Y-A technically, because the effort that really matters, not just the spelling. So the effort should be from the nose and then from the palate. Basically, the tongue, back area of the tongue should touch the palate, and then endeavor should be from the nose. Nya. We see this word in the this particular syllable in words like yajna, 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 yajna. So we can observe some scholars also, those are pandits, when they chant mantras, by pronouncing this, we can observe their smiling face, because they will be putting a lot of endeavor in this, in pronouncing this particular, in yajna. They won't say yajna. They will say yajna, yajna, yajna. So this this particular nya sound we can remember. Then yeah, the like this particular syllable we find in yati. So again, it's not just yati, or some Indians pronounce as yati in a very loose way, but yati, yati. So this particular, by pronouncing this particular ya, even though we may try our best, so the big part of the tongue will not touch the palate exactly, or as we are pronouncing with the other varnas like cha, cha, ja, jha, nya, but yeah, yeah. You can see this while pronouncing yeah. That will be difficulty. Our tongue, the back area of the tongue, will not be able to exactly touch that palate, but there will be endeavor to go toward that. That effort will be there. So yeah, and then sha, sha. It's a aspirated sound. Sha. Again. We can try to pronounce this well-known sa, S-A, but the effort should be from the palate. Sha, sha, smiling face. Sha, sha, Sha. You can see this in Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. So, uh, once again, I will repeat this Talave part. It's called Talave because this is pronounced on the Talu or palate. On the vowels, we have varnas E, E, long, then Cha, Cha, Ja, Ja, Nya, Ya, Sha. Even with the Sha also, the back area of the tongue may not exactly touch the palate, but definitely it will try to touch. So this is about the Talavya part. Moving next to Murdhanya or cerebral category. So it's called Murdhanya because it is pronounced from Murdha or cerebra. I will show that particular picture. Here. First we cover guttural part from throat, then palate, tongue, back area of the tongue should touch this particular part. And now we have this area. We can say the central area of the mouth. It's called cerebra. So it's very easy to identify this particular sound because the tip of the tongue will distinctly touch this upper part of the mouth. It's called cerebra. I will show you. Okay. So first of all, I will cover this varnas ta, tha, da, dharna before touching re and re because these are little difficult and devotees always often get confused over it as to how exactly pronounce it or write it. Some devotees even don't even know how to write re. So often in India re with the varna ra, this particular ra, but that is wrong. Technically, it is not the same. There is a difference. Okay, so I will first touch this varnas so that we'll be able to understand it quickly. So again, this is alpa prana, and while making this, while pronouncing this particular varna, our tip of the tongue, if you can see me, ta, 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 the tip of the tongue will touch the cerebellum. Ta. Then the next, we can see the blow up air, ha, ha, ha. You can see the movement. The tip of the tongue will touch the cerebral part. Then the without tip of the tongue touching this murdha or cerebra, we cannot pronounce this. We can't say ta, tha, da, dhana. That is wrong. In Hindi we may pronounce in this way, but in Sanskrit that is not the way how it is pronounced. So the again the difficult to show you, but you can understand it in the okay. Then again, this Alpa Pranas and this Mahaprana. Dha, dha. You can feel the blow. Dha, dha, dha. So there's a distinct sound for it. And usually these varnas, these particular syllables are used while composing poetry that particularly describes something uproarious, say war is going on, or some fighting is going on basically. So these are very heavy sounds. Ta, pa, da, bha. Very heavy sounds. And then, yeah, we can try to pronounce this na, but the tip of the tongue should touch the cerebrum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The tip of the tongue should not touch the teeth. It should touch the cerebrum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The teeth are visible, but the tip of the tongue should touch the cerebrum, not the teeth. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We find this word every day we are chanting Krishna, 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 Krishna. Of course, Lord is Bhavagrahi. We understand that we are calling him only. But once we know the place's pronunciation, we can try our best to pronounce the varnas as Lord is taught us. Because Jay Goswami mentions in the very first sutra of his Harinama Vyakarana that Narayat Uddhutoyam Varnakramaha, that all these Varnakrama, order of syllables, have appeared from Lord Narayana. So Lord is the source of this knowledge. So so in order to know how to pronounce this particular varnas, we have to refer to Shastra, the words of Lord Krishna, so that we can serve him better. It's not that if you don't know correct pronunciation, we cannot serve him. But we can serve him, we can always serve him better. The same thing as cooking. If somebody just only know sabji chapati, rice dal, he can still serve the Lord. But if somebody knows how to make chappan bhoga, or more than 56 items, 108 or 1008, we can always serve Krishna better. So this is about Dharana, and I will cover this particular part also. Ra. Now this Ra sound is also technically it's called Ishat Sparsha. Ishat Sparsha. Why? Because the effort will be there, but tongue may not exactly touch that particular area. So while pronouncing Ra, you can observe that the tip of the tongue should ideally should touch the cerebrum, Murdha, Ra. But you can observe that there will be effort, but tip of the tongue will not touch the cerebrum. Ra, 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 Ra. So it will not touch the cerebrum by pronouncing these particular varnas, like ta, very distinctly. Ta, kha, da, gha, na, ra, and this sha. Now, in English we have this dot underneath. So we have to clearly understand the difference between this sha and this particular sha. Basically, palatal sha and this cerebral sha. So there will be a, by pronouncing this particular syllable, there will be a sharp sound. Sha, sha, sha. It is not the hissing sound of the snake. The hissing sound of the snake will be like this. So this is hissing sound because the effort will be a palate from the talu. But while pronouncing this, the effort will be the tongue, tip of the tongue will touch the murdha or the cerebra. Sha, sha. There will be a blow of air also. Sha, 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 sha. And we have this word in our Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Krishna. So basically we have Sha, Na, and this also, Re also. I will come to it. So we should clearly understand this particular part so that we can more clearly pronounce Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So now, this particular Re. So by pronouncing this Re, again, the rule is the same. The tip of the tongue should touch the cerebra. Re, 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 re. We can try individually. Re, re. But it's not that sometimes when I was introducing this particular varna, some devotees imitated it wrongly and they say re, re. So that's not correct. The effort is very less. There is not so much effort. Very peacefully we can pronounce this. So ra and re, re. Devotees get confused because ra is also pronounced in the same way, mostly ra. But in this, while pronouncing ra, the effort is little more. While pronouncing re, there is not much effort. Re, re. There is no smiling face in this because it's not tal. It is not talavya, it is cerebral. So the tip of the tongue will try to touch the cerebra. Re, re, re. Not that so much effort. Re, re. Very peacefully we can pronounce it. Re, re. But the tip of the tongue should not touch the teeth. It should try to touch the cerebrum. So, and this long part, re, 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 re. So, once again, I will clear the distinction between this ra and this re. You can see that sound is this sound of this particular R under R and dot underneath is RI, little towards RI. In English we call it RI. So, but it's not exactly RI. In sometimes people write Krishna as KRISHNA, but this is not the exact representation of this sound. How? Because if you write KRI, it is Kri, Kri. It's a very distinct sound, and there is more effort in this Kri. But when you pronounce this re sound, there won't be so much effort here. Re. Peacefully we can pronounce this. Re and long one. Re. Of course, the tongue should go upward and try to touch the cerebra. That's the fundamental. Re, 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 Okay, once again. Ta, ha, da, ha, na, ra, sha, sharp sound. Then re, 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 re. For example, we have name Rishi, right? Rishi. So re, shi, Rishi. So once we know all the efforts, then there will be combination of these varnas. So when we pronounce, say, Krishna, so there will be effort from the kantha also, from the from the cerebra also, from murdha also, and yeah, basically Krishna. So murdhani sounds will be there, and this guttural word is there, ka is there. So there will be a combined endeavor to pronounce this particular word, Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. It's not Krishna. Try to understand the difference. When I say Krishna, 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 it's a little sharp sound. You can, for easy understanding, you can remember that while pronouncing this re, you have to be little at ease. Comfortably you can pronounce this. Don't have to make so much endeavor to pronounce this. Re, Rishi, Rishi. So similarly, when you pronounce Krishna, so Kri, Kri, the tip of the tongue will go upward. Kri, Kri, but peacefully. Kri, Krishna, 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 Krishna. So this is the Murdhanya part. Now moving next to Dantya. So it's very simple actually, and very simple to understand and simple to pronounce also. So dental because it is pronounced by the use of teeth, and in Sanskrit teeth are called danta. So that's why it's called dantya. Any syllable pronounced by using by danta or using teeth is called dantya. So I will touch this particular this two syllable re and re later because they are not so much well known. Practically in our daily usages or in our prayers, we don't come across this particular varanas. So we don't have to much bother about it. But definitely we should know the place for pronunciation, and I will show it, but we will focus more on this known varanas, which is which we have to deal with regularly. So by pronouncing dantyas or dental varnas, our tongue or particularly tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Ta. You can observe this. Ta. Ta. I'm artificially trying to show you the actually the tongue should not be visible outside, but ta. 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 I'm opening my mouth so that you can see it. Otherwise, you won't be able to see. But there is no need of smiling face here. Ta. Ta. Again, it is alpha prana varna, so you want, by pronouncing this, you want feel the flow of air. If you put your hand before, if your mouth. Now, ha, ha, ha. By pronouncing ha, the tip of the tongue will touch the teeth, and there will be a blow of air. You can experience the blow of air. Ha, 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 ha. Once again, ta, there is no blow of air. Ha, that is the blow of air. Then the alpa prana, and then mahaprana sound, dha, 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 dha. Now, then again, alpa prana, na, na. Like pronouncing this na, which is very famous, the tongue will touch the teeth, na, 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 na. And then la again. Tongue, tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. La. I am repeating these words again and again so that it will be like a little hammering in our memory, because ideally we should teach us pronouncing these varnas, and the students they repeat it almost immediately 2 times. That's a proper method. But as we are dealing with technology here, online classes, so it's little difficult. So we'll try our best, whatever resources we have. Okay. So la, the tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. La, 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 and then sa, 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 sa. So devotees generally don't get so much confusion over pronouncing this na or la or sa, but often they confuse this with na, sha, or nya, and sha. So every varna, it has a distinct feature, it has a distinct pronunciation. It's not just mixed. And Lord has given them their place. So we have to respect the Lord, because Lord wants it in that way. So you have to pronounce in that way. If you are pronouncing Sanskrit. If you are not pronouncing Sanskrit, then we have to follow the rules of that particular language. But as there are rules for each and everything, so there are rules for pronunciation, and generally this is the first thing a child learns in a cultured society. Shiksha, how to pronounce varnas correctly. Of course, before after the birth, the child may not go to Gurukula immediately, but once he's little grown up, then he's taught these things first. In our case, it is little late, but it doesn't really matter if you want to learn it. So now I will come over here, this particular vowels. We don't see this mostly in the Vedas. We can find this particular vowels. Zri, 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 and zri. Tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Zri, 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 zri. We have to little hold it to make it long. Zri, 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 zri. So it's not that difficult, but anyway, we don't come across these words much. So once again, the sound ta, the tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Ta, then next mahaprana syllable. Ha, ha. So we can feel the blow. Then the, then mahaprana, bha, dha, na. There is no blow here. Na. Then la, 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 la. and then sa, and this particular is li and li, li, li. I will show you the in the photo also. First we learn this guttural part, kanthya, in here. Then from the palatal, the tongue, the back portion of the tongue should touch the palate. Now, while pronouncing cerebral varanas, the tip of the tongue should touch the cerebra or murdha in Sanskrit, like ta, tha, and then now we have dental or tanthya. So these are the teeth shown here. So tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Okay. Now, the last category, ostia or labial. Why it is called ostia? Because these particular varnas are pronounced by the help of osta. Osta basically means lips. So it is pronounced with the help of lips. That's why it's called labial in English. And in Sanskrit they are pronounced, they are called ostia because they are pronounced with the help of osta. From osta, the word ostia comes. Ostia. Okay. So, by pronouncing these particular varnas, there is a lot of use of lips. For example, oo. Our lips will move, will make a circle. Oo. The main endeavor from with will be from the lips. Oo. Usually we don't pay much attention in pronouncing these varnas, but while particularly when we are pronouncing anything in Sanskrit, we have to be little careful that it has to be pronounced with some effort. There has to be some effort, conscious effort. We can't just pronounce it as we pronounce any other sounds, any other language. So oo, and then long sound oo. Then O, O. This is also long sound, but again, the same thing. The lips will be in a position like a circle. O, O, O. Many devotees sometimes they pronounce as don't make much difference between O and O. Or when it is written in English AU, they pronounce it OU. OU. You can kindly note this particular, though it is written as OU, it is not OU, it is OU. The symbolic representation of OU is given for the help so that we can pronounce it, but the praman for OU is not the symbolic representation given on the paper. It is for help only. So basically we have to learn from the traditional sources how different gurukulas they pronounce this particular syllable. It's OU. It's not OU. So you can keep that in mind. Again, once again, I'm reminding that I shared some links. So some scholars, they are very in a very shastric manner they have pronounced Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So and there is the anucharan pattern given there. Anucharan pattern basically a teacher pronounces some particular Sanskrit shloka and the students they follow them. So in that style, this pronunciation is generally learned. So it will need some practice so that over a period of time we can imbibe this. So, au, again, circle, au, it's not au, au, a and o, we can try to pronounce them together, au, then alpa prana, pa. Now here we don't see the circle, there won't be circle, but there will be a effort from the lips, pa. You can say like both the lips are actually going inward, like this. Like somebody is like closing his mouth. Pa, pa. We have to remember this particular gesture. Otherwise, it's very easy to forget this because just by hearing we may not get the complete idea how to pronounce this word. So. Kindly watch the particular mouth facial expression. So, pa, pa, a special effort from the lips, pa, and then mahaprana, pa. We can feel, we can feel the blow of air here, pa, pa. Then alpa prana. Ba, ba, ba. Then Mahaprana. Bha, bha, as we say word Bhagavan. So usually we say Bhagavan or Bhagavan, but it is Bhagavan. When we join all the efforts, then we will see the effect of that particular sound. So first, we'll let us concentrate here that how to pronounce is bha, bha, bha. The lips will go inside, bha, and there will be effort sufficient enough to make a blow of air. If you keep your hands and before your mouth, so you must feel the blow of air. Bha, bha, and then ma, ma. So devotees often they have questions regarding this ma and anuswara. Anuswara. The letter ma and dot underneath is called anuswara, ramam. So I will make it clear here. What is the difference here? So this is the syllable ma, 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 and you can see this because it is ostia. So there is an endeavor from the ostia. There is nothing else is involved here. Ma, 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 ma. Okay. Now, I will mention this. I forgot to mention this. O and O, though they are mentioned in the Oshti category, actually they are a combination of Kantha and Ostia. Kantha and Ostia means the effort will be from the throat and simultaneously from the lips as well. Kantha Ostia, basically guttural and labial. So O, by pronouncing O, there will be, you can see the conscious effort from the kantha, from the throat, O, and lips, O, 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 O. Similarly with the O, O. When there is a specific enter from the throat, then it is called kantha. Otherwise, for pronouncing everything, you need kantha or throat. So these are kantha oshtya, the combination of kantha and oshtya. Effort from the throat and effort from the lips together. O, au, and then va, ba. Now, why is called dantya oshtya? Because the effort is from the teeth as well as from the lips. Teeth, lips. So dental and labial. So there is effort from both the area, and you can see how to pronounce this. Ba, ba. But you can see that lips are actually as if coming out of the teeth. Ba. Teeth are actually pressing the lips. Ba, 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 ba. It's not just ba. Usually we pronounce ba, but the effort should be very distinct. Dantya, there will be effort from the teeth and lips, like this. And artificially I am showing you so that we can see. Teeth will be there, and the teeth will be placed on lips to pronounce it correctly. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. And now, okay, before that, okay, I will mention this about the ma, the syllable ma. Ma is a otia or labial. Now, regarding the question, what is the difference between an anuswara, M and dot underneath, and this particular syllable, MA? MA is different than M dot underneath. Those are distinct, even presentation also it is different. So, what is the difference? J. Goswami explains it here. Anuswarasya shiro nasika va. You can say this. Anuswarasya shiro nasika va. So what does it mean? What does it mean? That by pronouncing anuswara, we have to use either head or nose. Va means optionally. So either head or nose. So what is known to me is the usage of nasika. I have seen these scholars pronouncing anuswara in this particular way. So let me demonstrate you. So when you pronounce anuswara, you are not exactly pronouncing ma. Ma. For example, there is a word Ramam. Ramam R A bar over it, then M A and M dot underneath. So how to pronounce this? So it will be Ramam, Ramam from the nose. Ramam, Ramam. Now here also somebody may question that there is a use of lips here. Like by pronouncing ma also, ma, there is a use of lips, and by pronouncing because or take any word, Ramam, Ramam, still there is a use of the lips. So what is the difference here is there is no, by pronouncing anuswara, there is no special endeavor from the lips. This is the difference. When you say Ramam, Ramam, so the endeavor is mainly from the nose. Shiro Nachikava. How to pronounce it by using head, I don't know. I have never seen scholars using this or showing this, demonstrating this. But definitely, I learned the use of uh, the pronouncing Anuswara by using Nasika. So, by pronouncing Ramam, so lips will touch, both the lips will touch together, but there won't be any extra endeavor like by pronouncing Ma. So we won't be pronouncing Ramam as Ramam. You can see me. It won't be Ramam. Can you see this? It won't be Ramam. This will not move inside. There won't be any extra endeavor by pronouncing Anuswar. Ramam. Nasika, you can see. Ramam. So lips will touch, but no extra endeavor from the lips. Basically, lips will not move inward. It will just touch, but the main effort will be from the nose, Nasika. Ramam. Let's say any word. Krishnam Dadarsha. He saw Krishna. Krishnam Dadarsha. So I'm not pronouncing Krishnam Dadarsha. Krishnam Dadarsha. That's wrong. What is correct is Krishnam Dadarsha. Krishnam Dadarsha. We can see the effort from the nose. Krishnam. Peacefully. Krishnam. Okay. But when you are pronouncing this ma, M-A, then like in Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So, by pronouncing ma, you can see the special effort here. Rama. So these are the rules basically. Yeah. So once again, I will cover this particular area, this particular table. So totally there are 50 varnas or syllables in Sanskrit grammar. Srimati Radharani's name is one of the name of Srimati Radharani mentioned in Radha Krishna Sahasranam Sutra is Panchashata Varna Rupini. So an embodiment of 50 varnas. So here is that's the praman for us. N.G. Goswami personally accommodated 50 varnas in his Harinavat Vyakarana. Okay, so now 14 are vowels. You can see here a, e, re, re, u, a, I. Oh, maybe I think I forgot to mention this. Okay, so I will come to that. So o, au. So these are vowels. Can you forgive me because I did not mention this A and I, but it's not that difficult. So this A and I, these are called Kanthya Talavya. Kanthya Talavya basically the effort will be from the kantha, from the throat, and as well as from the talu. So when there is a combined effort from the throat and from the palate, so this sound we will be able to generate this particular sound. So we can observe this kantha and talu part. Talu means our big portion of the tongue should touch the palate, and for kanthya, the effort should be from the kantha. There should be a resonating in the throat area. So, like because there is a palatal, it's a palatal sound also. So we can have smiling face here. A, 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 A. You can see the effort of the throat. A. There is a resonating here, going here. A, A, A. The back part of the tongue will touch the palate. A, 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 A. Here a little smile. A, A, A. And this I. You can distinctly see that the back part of the tongue is touching the palate. I. But you can at the same time is you can see there is a lot of indrats from the throat. I. So this is A, and this is I. So though in while representing this we have written AI, but it is not I. We can kindly remember this because it is not I. Just because I and is are together, so it does not make that combination that we have to pronounce I. Or it's not even I. I nanda tanuja kinkaram. It's not that I also. It is I. So kantha talavya category. That's why it is being it has been mentioned separately here. You can see this AI kantha talavya, O au kantha osthya, and this va. You can see this different colors have been given here. Dantya osthya, va. So once again, a kanthi category, a you can see there is no movement of the tongue here. Is the effort is mainly from the throat. A, k, h, g, h, nasalized. Nga, 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 nga. Try to pronounce na without touching the teeth and using the nasika, which is using the nose. Nga, nga, nga. It's a little difficult, but by practice, by regular hearing, it will come into practice. Nga. Then ha, ha, ha. It's not a. We are not dropping the sound, but we are holding that sound. Ha. But here this visarga will be there. It's like a dropping sound effect will be there. Ramaha, 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 Ramaha. So we are not holding this. That's why often when we hear traditional pandits when they recite Hari Om, the pronoun. So they have to hold that particular ha sound. Hari Om, Hari Om, not Hari, not Hari. Hari Om. So we have to hold that particular ha, and when when this visarga is there, we have to drop that sound like Ramaha, Ram goes to forest. Ramah vanam gacchati. Ramah vanam gacchati. It's not Ramah vanam gacchati. It's different. It's not Ramah, it is Ramah. Some devotees or some people, they mistakenly uh, drop this sound and superlatively they drop this sound. Ramah, Ramah. They say just Ramah. That's also wrong. It's Ramah. It's Ramah. So we have to pronounce. It is basically her sound, but with a dropping effect. Ramah. Ramah. It's not Ramah. It is Ramah. Okay. Then Talavya, palatal varnas. E, smiling face. E, E, Cha, 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 Ja, Jha, Nya. Again from the nose. Nya and Tao. Nya, 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 Nya. Try to pronounce na by using nose and the back portion of the tongue will touch the palate. Nya, nya, and then yeah. So there will be effort, but not necessarily tongue will touch the back portion of the tongue will touch the palate exactly as is the case in other varnas. Yeah, and this hissing sound, sh, sh, sh. Sometimes devotees they distinctly pronounce as sh. Hissing. When I say hissing sound, some devotees say they actually they touch the teeth. That their tongue touch the teeth, but that's a wrong pronunciation. It's not. That's not the sound I'm talking about here. Here, sh, 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 sh. It's not a sharp sound. It's little hissing sound, but the back portion of the tongue will touch the palate. That's the rule here. Sh and smiling face. Sh, 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 sh. Okay. Then Murdhanya, soft in a very soft way we can pronounce this particular this re and long re. Re, re, re. The tip of the tongue will try to touch the cerebra. Re, 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 and re, re. Re and then re long. Then ta, ha, da, dha. You can always you can imitate simultaneously. We can imitate this sound so that it will be easy to remember. Dha, then ha, tip of the tongue will touch the murdha, ha, and then ra, ra. It's a little sharp sound. Ra. It's not the same as re. But this is never ever ri. This is not ri. It is re. Different from ri. Very soft sound. And this is a little sharp sound. Sha. Tip of the tongue will touch the cerebra. Sha. Sha, and there will be we can feel the blow of air also. Sha, 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 like Shat Goswami, Shat Goswami, Shat. So this is Sha. Now Dantya, gentle varnas, Lri, not so common, mostly found in Vedas. Lri. The tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Lri, 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 lri. It will hold a little longer. Then ta, tha, da, dha, na, na, na. Tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Then la, and then sa, Saraswati, sa, 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 sa. Now, Ostia, labial. The lips will make a circle here. Oo, oo, short oo, oo, and then this one, oo, hold it a little longer. Then, okay, I will cover this in the last. So, you can see effort is from the lips. Lips are going inward. Pa, pa. You can particularly see the facial expression. Pa, pa, and then Mahaprana. Pa, pa, pa. I mean, you need some energy to pronounce this. If you are, if you are not in a healthy condition, it may be difficult to pronounce this. You need some energy. Then the ba, 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 Mahaprana, bha, 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 bha. Then ma, ma. It is different from Anuswara or the M dot underneath. This is different from Anuswara. It is M A. It is not M and dot underneath. And the endeavor is from the lips basically. Ma, 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 ma. Now, I'll those are special category. I will cover this. Now, this is A and I. These are Kantha and Talave category. Mixture of guttural and palatal sound. So, A, smiling face, and back portion of the back portion of the tongue will touch the palate. A, 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 and now I. It's not I, it is I. Okay. Okay. Then O and O. These are Kantya Oshtya category. Pronounced from the combined effort of throat and lips. So you can say O. That will be resonating in the throat area. O, and lips will make a circle here. O, O, and this ow, ow, ow. It is not ow. We may not pronounce it loosely. Ow. It's ow, ow. Okay, and then the last category, ba. It is a Dantya Oshti category. So the effort is from the teeth and lips. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. And once again, I will just show that particular picture so that it will be clear. You can see all these kramas are also in a very natural order. You see, the first category, Gatra or Kantya, is starting from here, right? From the bottom of the head. Then Talavi category, it goes above, Talu, palate. the back portion of the tongue will touch the palatal. Then after this, the next category is murdhanya or cerebral. So tip of the tongue will touch the murdha or cerebra, and then dantya category. So tip of the tongue will touch the teeth. Mouse position here, cursor position, from guttural, palatal, cerebral, dental, and then labial. So in this way also we can remember those 5 categories. So you need not remember all the technical details, how many varnas are there, how many swaras are there, how many vowels are there, how many consonants are there. It's immaterial. For what is more important for us is to know the place of pronunciation, so that we can pronounce whenever we are pronouncing those particular varnas, we can be sure that this is the place to pronounce this particular varna, and it cannot be pronounced in any other way if we are pronouncing in Sanskrit. Okay, so I'll just briefly mention long and the short and long syllable. Here we came across this and a. So how do we understand what is the praman for that? How long we should hold this particular sound? There can be a question here. So in Harinama Vyakarana, it's been given that there's short varnas are pronounced for the ek matra, one matra. I'll explain it. What does matra mean? So the short syllables are pronounced for the duration of one matra. The long syllables are pronounced for the period of 2 matras. For example, this a and bar on it. A. So this is 2 matra. And there are sounds while somebody is at a distance and we are calling him loudly. Rama, like that particular sound. So that's called pluta sound. And technically it's called pluta, but basically it is 3 matra sound. It is pronounced for the period of 3 matra. So 1 matra sound, 2 matra sound, and 3 matra sound. So anyway, while addressing 3 matra sound, it is everybody can understand that we have to keep it little, hold it little longer. And but for this 1 matra and 2 matra, how to understand? So my revered Sanskrit teacher, His Grace Matsyatar Prabhu, so he has taught us, mercifully has taught us Harinavat Vyakarana, and he showed us that this 1 matra is actually, we can say that quarter to second, quarter of a second, basically 2.25 second, we can understand 1 matra. It's not exact, but to understand it roughly, it is 0.25 second, quarter of a second sound, 1 matra sound. And obviously the dvimatra sound will be half a second. So when we have to pronounce the word Radha, so while pronouncing the word Radha, it should not take more than 1 second, or it should not take less than 1 second, because Ra, A, Dha, A, they are basically two Dvimatra syllables are there. Radha, we just keep it so simple. Ra and Dha, both are long syllables, and the rule for long syllables, it has to be pronounced for the period of two matras. Dvimatra. Dvimatra means basically a half a second. So Ra half a second, Dha half a second. So combine 1 second. So when you pronounce the word Radha, it should take 1 second. This is this for rough estimation. Radha. Now, regarding the rules of Visarga or the column sign we can see here in the Kanti category. So devotees who are comfortable with the rules and if they are able to remember it, it's not that difficult. But if in case devotees find it difficult, so they may skip this pronunciation of Visarga for the practical purpose. Whenever they come across such Visarga, if it's too difficult, then they may just drop it. But there are rules for it. So, what are the rules? If it is coming after the word like Ramaha, Ramaha, so pronunciation will be it will be like ha, but with a dropping effect. Ramaha. But when the word is Ramaha, long, there is the Visarga is followed by the long syllable Ramaha. So then it should be pronounced as ha, not ha. Ha with dropping effect. Ramaha. It's not just Rama. Ramaha. Ramaha. Krishnaha. Krishnaha. Vaishnavaha. Vaishnavaha. I'm not holding that sound. Vaishnavaha. I'm not holding the sound. I'm just dropping that sound. Vaishnavaha. But because there is a Visarga followed by the long syllable, so it has to be pronounced accordingly. Ha. And when Visarga is followed by E, short syllable but E. For example, Harihi. The word Harihi. So the Visarga, the pronunciation of Visarga will be ha. It will like he, but with a dropping effect. Harihi. Harihi. Not Harihi. Harihi. And then there are words, for example, Gopihi. Gopi with the long syllable. And when the Visarga is followed by long E, then it should be pronounced as long he, but with a dropping effect. It's very simple. Gopihi, Gopihi, Gopihi. Though practically in hearing you will see that it is just like normal he sound, but according to the rule, it has to be pronounced the varna preceding it. So whatever varna short or long preceding Visarga, so Visarga has to be pronounced accordingly. Then when the Visarga is followed by with the word U, say Guruhu. So Visarga will be pronounced as hu, but with a dropping effect. Guruhu. Guruhu. Not Guruhu. Guruhu. Dropping. Then if there is a word, if the visarga is followed by the long u, for example, the word is vadhuhu, vadhuhu. So the vadhu's word, the dhu is long, and visarga is there. So the visarga should be pronounced with the hu, long hu, with the dropping effect, vadhuhu. And then if the visarga is followed by oram, o, the syllable o, for example, guroho, everybody was singing one day guroho, Shri Charana Arvinda in the Guru Ashtakam prayers. So it has to be pronounced guroho, guroho, ho sound with the dropping effect. Then if the visarga is followed by au syllable, with the syllable au, then it should be pronounced as, for example, the word is glauhu, glauhu, glauhu. Glow, there is a word glow, glow that refers to, I think, moon or sky. It refers to either moon or sky. So, I think moon. So, then it should be pronounced as how sound with the dropping effect. Glow. But practically, we will hear the sound like who. But technically, it should be pronounced as glow. And if it is, if the visarga is followed by the syllable I, for example, Vaishnavaihi, Vaishnavaihi. So here also there will be a little difficulty. Technically, it has to be pronounced with the visarga should be pronounced like hi, but with a dropping effect. And if you try to pronounce it, natural outcome will be the he sound. You won't be able to hear the sound Vaishnavaihi. It will be Vaishnavaihi. Like Ramaihi, Vaishnavaihi, Gopaihi. So, and then I think this sufficient. Okay. So once again, I will repeat this. If the visarga is followed by the syllable, short syllable then it should be pronounced as ha with the dropping effect. If it is followed by syllable a with the syllable a, then it should be pronounced as ha with the dropping effect. If the visarga is followed by syllable e, then it should be pronounced as he with the dropping effect. If the visarga is followed by long e, then it should be pronounced as long he with the dropping effect. If the visarga is followed by u syllable, then it should be pronounced as who with the dropping effect. And if the visarga is followed by long u, then it should be visarga should be pronounced as long hu with the dropping effect. Vadhu. If the visarga is followed by a, syllable a, for example, harehe mandiram. So harehe. So correspondingly we have to pronounce he but with a dropping effect. And when the visarga is followed by I, the syllable I, then it should be pronounced as hai with the dropping effect. So Vaishnavaihi. And with the orama, it should be pronounced as goroho. And with the aurama or au, syllable au, it should be pronounced as grauho. Okay. Give 1 minute. Okay. So here I would like to conclude here. Though I'll have to cover a lot. I'll be but I will cover this a particular recitation part or memorization part, how to memorize verses, how to pronounce them correctly in the next session, along with the chanda, some introduction to chanda. What kind of meters are there in the Sanskrit? So that will be very brief, but mainly we'll be dealing with this our daily prayers because we have to pronounce them daily, and everybody knows it, so it will be much easier to relate to it. And then I will introduce this chanda part. So here I stop. If I'm allowed to take some questions, then maybe possible.